Yeah, we're doing it right now. Hey. So today we're doing unboxing of all of our forge stuff, and we're gonna take you along for the ride.
Well, you can tell by the way I use my walk, I'm a woman's man. No time to talk. Music loud, women walk, being kicked around since I was born.
So let's get started. We're gonna go smallest to biggest just because that is going to be making me feel good on the innards. So we bought all this stuff because we're gonna start a journey of blacksmithing and leatherworking. And we're just gonna try it out. We're just gonna have fun. We've never done it before. This is a whole new adventure, and we're gonna document it. We're gonna have everybody come along for the ride. So first box, smallest one. It's a big piece of this material. Just kidding. Inside we have our wolf tongs. And so this came from Vivor, which I think pretty much everything that I got came from Vivor. They didn't just give it to me. I'm not that lucky. We had to buy it. But from what I read on the reviews, they do good work. So these are good looking tongs here, and I'm excited to use them. All right, so moving on, we have our wolf tongue jaws. So we're gonna set them over here. And what do you do with trash? You go like that. See you later. All right. Next biggest box right here. Crikey, mate. So we're gonna open this up. Now I don't know. My wife asked me. She said, "Where did this all of a sudden love for blacksmithing and bladesmithing come into play? You have never shown me any." And I said, "Listen, I watched one episode of Forge and Fire, and it's done. We're in. You know, I imagine just like everybody else." So inside this here box, styrofoam lined, very good. We have a brick. Now this isn't just a normal brick. This ain't no barnyard brick, okay? This right here, this is a heat brick, and it's hot. So no, I'm just kidding. Actually, this package didn't come with one, but it came with two. So yeah, those are my fire bricks. I got extra. I did watch a couple videos. I was like, hey, what am I gonna need? What am I gonna do? And some guys suggested getting some extra fire bricks to retain some heat. So that's what we did. I've been watching a lot of Black Bear Forge. Old John out there putting in the good work, getting us all motivated to get into this, learn the craft. All right, next we're gonna open up this sucker. And what's amazing is that I plan on working and doing the steel and doing crafting the steel here at Odell Steel and Leather Works. Okay, it's gonna be a great time. We're gonna learn. This is the cutest little hammer. It is the most adorable thing. I don't know if you can see that, but that sucker is cute. And I love it. It is a 1.1 pound or 500 gram hammer. And this thing is it's gonna do wonders for everybody. So we're gonna set that off to the side here. Over here we have Mr. Volcano Satinite. This is for those of you who don't know, this is like the mortar stuff, the concrete, if you will, that goes around the cable inside inside the forge to keep you from breathing it in, you know. So let's open that up and kind of get a little look at her, see what's going on here. And from my understanding, it helps retain the heat and stuff too. So that's gonna be neat. That's gonna be neato burrito. Yeah, here it is in a bag. So that was anticlimactic. All right, we're gonna set that off to the side. And what do you do with the trash? See you later. Okay, so next, biggest and prettiest, we're saving the ugliest. She's a beaut. They did a good job packaging this thing. Right here, gas forge user manual. So I got the 2-burner gas forge. And this thing, let's get this sucker out of here. Let's figure out. Very good. We're gonna set that off to the side. I'm gonna pull this. Get this out of here. Set that right there. Get this out of here. Set that right there. This guy's gonna come over here. And there's that. And then, alright, so we got her unboxed. What do we do with trash? See you later. Alright, very good. So, beaut. She looks good. Boy, howdy. So, one of the things that I learned from John over at the Black Bear Forge channel was about that concrete stuff. And I can't say the name of it, so I'm not even gonna try. He said that when you burn it, you breathe it in, it's not good for you. And so we're gonna get that taken care of today too. So we've got, what does this come, well, let's see, what does this come with? We got a little T, and I imagine that's where your burners go in, so that's cool. We got your hose, hooks up to the tank, then it goes to your splitter there, and then inside of our thing here, we got a little fire brick, little baby brick, and then on the back side here, we got the mommy brick. So that is also pretty sweet. So that'll be nice. And then we're gonna get all this stuff opened up, and then we're gonna get that mixture mixed in there, the satinite, and get it mixed up. Get it applied, and then we'll be forging in no time. Very good. Well, we will get this sucker back together and get these pipes on here.
This is supposed to be there.
Yeah. So don't pull any more out of there. All right. Ah, very good. Well, before we get too crazy with this, I'm going to read through this manual every word so that everybody knows the safety and the... Just kidding. Alright, so I know nobody really knows what's in this box. It's in such good condition. No one has a clue. I don't know. It's just the best packaging. So we're just gonna, yep, there we go. If you'll notice, this sucker is awesome. So let's get this out of this box.
Trash goes.
Careful.
Yeah.
Now, what we have is, this is the 50 kilogram or 110 pound Vevor anvil, cast steel. from what I was reading and watching and everything, watching on like I said, Black Bear Forge, these corners need to be ground down a little bit and rounded off. Same with the corners of your hardy hole here. And I need to get me a tape measure to measure out that hardy hole. It looks like a pretty good size one, but yeah, 110 pounder. We're gonna get it on the anvil stand, and then we're gonna get back to mixing that paste, and then gonna get everything squared away. So we're gonna open up this bag. We're gonna pour it in, mix it with some water. We're gonna get some kind of a paintbrush that I don't know if I have, and we're just gonna slather it all over, and it's gonna cover up all of that K-wool in there. It's gonna get it nice and slathered up. So first things first, get this little slit right in here.
We just made a mess.
What do we got here? Trash? What do we do with trash?
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna get some water, mix it up. We're gonna find a paintbrush. This is our magical brush. This thing just appears whenever you need it. It's amazing. I love this thing. This is the consistency you want it. Pretty soupy. Now I started out thick. It was thicker than a Snicker, and she was just not.
That's thickness.
She wasn't doing what we wanted her to do. So I ended up having to go put water back in it 2 or 3 times after that first initial. So you just got to play with it. You got to see how, if it feels right, everything, if it's starting to grab and pulling your cable apart and it's too thick, go thin it out a little bit. Also, that was a 4.5 pound bag of the Santa type stuff, and we have quite a bit left over here, and we got good coverage. So this is the double burner with a 4.5 pound bag was plenty. So we're gonna let this stuff dry, and we're gonna go get cleaned up, and tomorrow, hopefully, we'll be able to put something in that forge. Hey, I'm excited. We're gonna touch up our anvil today, and
Sorry.
we're gonna go ahead and touch up our anvil today. Get all of our corners kind of rounded off and get stuff squared away that way we can get jumping right on things tomorrow. So very good. Thanks for hanging out with us today. And see you next time. I don't have a flap disc, which would put a nice smoother edge on this thing. But what I am going to do is go back with a file, touch it up a little bit, and if this thing ends up needing more work, I'll kind of work it as we go. But I think that for now, get a file on this, get it touched up, and we're going to see how that runs us. I am going to get a file on here, maybe even get my die grinder and get in the hardy hole a little bit and get that cleaned up. And then this thing is going to be ready